Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com, and I am here today to share with you a really fun flashcard 2.0. This is a super cute baby card. Look at that. We've got some nice little dimension going on here. We got a little bling. This is a really fun card. I'm going to be making it into a baby card, but let me tell you, you're going to have a lot of different ways you're going to be able to use this fun flashcard 2.0. So let's get started. We're going to begin with our flashcard pieces. Now, my original sample I did as a baby girl card, but for the video, I'm going to do a baby boy card so you can see a couple different versions of it. So for my boy card, I'm going to be using soft Sky Cardstock, and I have that cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. It is important that we cut it that size so that all my little pieces go together correctly. My flashcard pieces are in Pistachio Pudding and Very Vanilla. And if you have not seen the video that explains flashcard 2.0, no problem. You can just go to YouTube and do a quick search. Connie Stewart, flashcards 2.0. You'll find it. It's a really simple technique where I use 2 pieces of paper, create lots and lots of different cards just using these 2 pieces and nothing else. So let's go ahead and get started with our card. Well, the first thing I need to do is to create a template for my circles. So this is a one-time deal. You're going to create this and you're going to be good to go. Let me show you how I did it. I just took a piece of scrap cardstock. Yes, this is a flashcard 2.0, but it was just one. I just don't use this color that much, so it worked out perfect. I have just copy paper, junk mail, whatever you have, and I cut out 3 1 1/4 inch circle punches, okay? I did, just to make my life easy, I kind of did a little score line right down the center. That's 2 3/4. This is 5.5 inches by 2 1/8. So 2 3/4 gave me a little half point. You can take your little piece of scrap and fold it in half. That way you can make sure you're finding the center of your template. Again, keep in mind, this is a one-time deal. You can keep this with your flashcards so you can use it again and again. Now, what I did on my copy paper here was just use some two-way glue. I put that on there and I let it dry for a couple minutes. When you let it dry, it becomes tacky, almost like a Post-it note. So it works out quite well for something like this when we don't want something to be permanently attached. So what I'm going to do is I've just kind of laid those out. I want to make sure everything's centered. I will tell you, I'm just eyeballing it. Except for that center one, everything's just eyeballed. When you're happy with it, come back in with your 1 1/4 inch circle punch and just punch these guys out and get them out of your way. And then you will have your template already designed. Now, if you want to do this with different punches, again, use this same technique, but just change up the circle punches or, you know, whatever punch you end up using. Okay, so my template is all done and ready to go. I just put a couple paper clips there just to kind of hold those corners in place. You can hold it by hand as well, but I tend to mess these things up. I'm going to come in now with my 1 1/4 inch circle punch again and just use that template, and I'm just going to punch around it, and then we will have the base of our card. We can remove this, and you can see I now have all my circles cut perfectly. All right, now we're going to take our flashcard piece, and I'm going to use that template again. This time I am just going to hold it in place, and I'm going to punch out my 3 pistachio pudding pieces here. And it is important that we start with the 1 1/4 inch circle punch. Save these pieces. We'll use them here in a second. I'm now going to come in with the 1 3/4 inch scallop circle. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line that up and give it a punch so that I get this really pretty little frame. Let's go and do it on this other side, and then we're going to repeat with the one in the center. All right, well, we're going to adhere these scallops onto the front of our card. You can see I'm coming back in with my two-way glue again. Now this time I'm not going to let it dry because I want that glue to really stick. I'm not looking for something to remove later, which is why it's called two-way glue. Now what I like to do when I put that scallop on there is I can kind of put my fingers inside and make sure I'm lining it up just right. You see these overlap just a tiny bit, and that is fine with me. So I've got that done. Now let's work on these sweet little images to go inside of our card. I'm going to use the stamp set A Fitting Occasion. You know, this has been in the catalog. I've had it and I've not used it that often, but I got to tell you, it worked perfect for this card. So we have a couple stamps in here. I've got Congratulations and Little One. I'm going to use a Crumb Cake ink pad, and on my Very Vanilla, I'm going to stamp 2 that say a little one. By the way, this is a very thin line stamp, so use a really light touch when you stamp. So there's my congratulations. Again, light touch. Let me show you why. I'll show you here on the corner because I'm not going to be using it. If you press real hard, you get that. And it's just not quite as crisp and clean. So a lighter image there is going to be good for you. So we're going to stamp this elephant inside the one that says little one. I'm going to stamp that in Soft Sky. And then I'm going to come in with the owl in the crumb cake, and in the other little one, we'll stamp our sweet little owl. This one we're going to leave alone, but we're going to come in now with a 1-inch circle punch, and let's punch out all of our circles. All right, so this is just, I've got a Stampin' Dimensional here on the back of my images, and we're just going to put these inside these sweet, sweet little scallops. We're doing great. Let's come back in with that crumb cake ink pad again, and I'm going to put a congratulations up at the top. I chose Sassy Salutations. I liked it because I had a great big long congratulations. So in crumb cake, we are just going to, let's come in with some ribbon. Now I'm going to be using some crumb cake seam binding on this one. I've got about 16 inches of ribbon here, and we're just going to put it here on the inside and just tie it in a very simple square knot right here on the front. What I do love about the seam binding is how nice and flat it lays for mailing. It is really, really nice. And we'll just trim this up, and then we can decorate those fabulous little circles there inside my card. All right, so we trim off our excess, make it look pretty. Now, what to do in here? I wanted to use some of these little scraps. These are those pistachio pudding scraps that I had. I'm going to come in with a heart punch. Now, we still have the small heart punch available. This one, though, and either one will work, this one is actually from the brand new punch set called Itty Bitty Punch Pack Accents, and I love it. So we're going to punch out 3 of those. I'm then going to come in with some mini glue dots just to make it easy. So I'm going to come in, and on one of these we will, oh, come here, just did not want to release there. We're going to put it right inside that congratulations. Looks really cute. And then we can come in with the other 2 and put them on each side of our congratulations. Okay, so that is looking awfully sweet, but I thought it needed just a little bit of, oh, I don't know, bling. I'm going to come in with the Dazzling Details. This is the iridescent, and it's probably not going to show up too well when you see it here on the camera, but in person, it shows up awesome. This is just kind of a really great glitter glue, and hopefully you can see there, I am pressing the nozzle onto the cardstock because I don't want it to go on too thick. When it dries, any of that's going to dry clear, and we're just going to have some really great shimmer and shine. Even on a boy card, I still think it needs a little bit of love. So we're going to add that. We'll let that dry. Let me come back in with my girl card. And guys, that is all there is to today's Flashcard 2.0. What do you think? It's so easy. Really a fun, fun card. And as I said, you're going to be able to fill those little scallops with all sorts of fun things. Well, guys, thanks so much for checking out the video today. I absolutely love sharing with you in the flashcard series. And remember, you can also order flashcards to go. I know a lot of you are not really big into the cutting, and I get you. So what I've done is I have designed flashcards to go, which is everything cut, scored, ready to go. You're going to have all of your flashcard pieces, your whites, your vanillas, and all your colors. You choose your favorite color family, and I'm going to ship that out to you right away. You're going to get the envelopes too. So everything everything you need to make 40 cards in a flash. Be sure to check that out at simplysimplestamping.com. You can also order any of your Stampin' Up! Supplies there as well. I'm going to have a complete list of everything I used on today's card right there at simplysimplestamping.com. Guys, thanks again so much for tuning in today. I hope you have a fantabulous day. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.